Well, it's the first day of LCS Summer Split with coverage brought to you by Alienware. I'm joined right now by Danny to discuss their victory against Cloud9 as well as many other things. So first off, what did you think, Danny, of the new Cloud9 roster as you played against them?
I think the new Cloud9 roster is very interesting. I know that Jensen is a longtime player. I personally liked him as a player. Um, and I think he was doing really well. Like in game, we felt like Jensen was their most oppressive player to play versus. Like he was just doing everything well. And a few times we got to catch him, and that's how we got the wins. But yeah, Jensen's a really solid piece.
Jojo was a little less impressed, I feel like. Did you see his post-game interview on stage?
I did not.
Okay, so he was like, "Yeah, I thought JoJo was good I thought Jensen was good up until when he died, and like I always knew I was better than him, and that's why EG chose me instead of him." He said a bunch of those types of things, but it sounds like you felt like overall Jensen had a good showing.
I do think he had a good showing.
It reminds me actually of before you guys went to MSI when you guys won on stage in Houston. There's a great moment where like Jensen's like, "We're going there to kick EU's ass," and you're like, "I'm going there to learn." Or Jojopyun is like, "We're going there to kick EU's ass." And you're like, I'm going there to learn." It's so funny to see the balance between the two of you. Is that like a thing you guys ever talk about? Do you see that as sort of like he's like the cocky shit talker and you're like calm and collected?
I definitely think that what you just said, like he's like the cocky shit talker and I'm like the cool, calm, collected person. I think that's right. But we don't actively like talk about it. It's kind of just how we are as people.
How does that work out behind the scenes? Like, do you ever have to tell him, like, well, maybe this player's better than you think they are, or are you ever trying to kind of temper bring any humility to him?
We do bring a lot of humility to Jojopyun. We like to humble him a lot because he does like to talk a lot about certain things, and we do tend to keep him on a leash as far as like the craziness goes. So yeah.
Okay, well, getting back, speaking of MSI, you had talked a little bit after MSI about how you're feeling a little burned out. The community reacted as they always do to comments like that. But I am curious if you had a chance to reset, if you feel like you've been able to have a bit of a break.
Yeah, after MSI, we got to California like maybe a day later, and then we took like a 10-day off break. I think it was enough for me. I'm feeling really reset. I mean, I was really pumped to play in the LCS, and thankfully we got our first win. So
How did you spend your 10 days?
I quite literally spent my 10 days doing nothing really. Like I kind of just reset. Like yeah.
You watch shows or anything? Read books? Play games?
I did watch the new Stranger Things,
Okay.
so
I have not seen it. What did you think?
I think it's amazing. It's really amazing.
All right. You also, I feel like, at some point in time changed your hair. So can you talk to me a little bit about this?
Yeah, so the first time actually made a huge difference to my hair was when I posted on Twitter, like if C9 wins their game versus I think Team Liquid, then I'll shave my head off, and they did, so had to shave it, had to honor my word. And then the next time I shaved my head, it was kind of just like, I'm not feeling like the blonde kind of thing, so I'm just gonna shave it and let it regrow. But then somehow I ended up back to blonde, so
Very good. I like the journey. I like the journey. Getting back to Evil Geniuses, though, there's always the conversation about MSI slumps. Do you feel like you guys are in a rough spot right now? Do you think you're the best of the league? I mean, obviously, we've only seen you play one game on stage, but scrims are often indicative of this type of stuff.
I think we are still getting off of like the MSI jitters. We kind of like are still feeling a little out of it, if you will. But I think it'll take like a lot of time to regain our form, and I'm sure like in a few weeks or maybe even a few days, we'll just get back to how we originally just play.
How are you adapting to the new patch?
I think the new patch is awesome. I'm doing super well. I think all the champions that are really good right now, pretty pretty good fit for me.
Very good. Anything you want to say to any of the fans out there?
Yeah, sure. So to the fans, thank you for watching EG. I'm pretty sure we will look a little shaky in the first few weeks, but trust that in playoffs we will do our best to win it all.
Thank you so much, Danny, for the interview. Great to have you guys back on stage and exciting to see the win today. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things LCS right here on my YouTube channel. Thanks so much for watching that interview. It is so great to be back here at the LCS for Summer Split, and I couldn't do it without you, really. You guys watch the videos, and then if you didn't watch the videos, I would not be able to be here. And I also wouldn't be able to be here without Alienware, because you guys watch the videos, and then Alienware sees that you watch the videos, and then I put the logo on the video, and then they know that you've seen the video. So anyway, thank you so much to Alienware, and thank you to you for making summer possible.